Good morning, Internet. Today we are taking a look at my collection of 35mm film cameras. This is also my entire collection of film cameras because I literally only have 35mm cameras. I haven't ever had a medium format camera, but maybe one day. For now, we're just going to stick with 35mm because, well, we love it. So, here's what we've got going. First off, we have the Yashica Electro 35 GT. This is a rangefinder film camera with a 45mm f1.7 lens on it. Then we have the Canon Canonet OG. This is another 45mm rangefinder camera. This one goes to f1.9. It's kind of funky because it has the film winder on the bottom, gives it a really beautiful look on the top. Down here, this is the Canon AE1 program. This is my absolute favorite camera that I own because this was actually a gift to me from my father. It was his first camera that he ever bought, and he gave it to me when we found it buried away in some closet way up in there. Then we have another one of my absolute favorite film cameras. This is the Fujica AX3. This currently has a 55mm f2 on it that's really beautiful. And I love this camera almost as much as I love the Canon AE1 because this was also a gift to me. This was a gift to me from my dad's college roommate who, when he saw that my dad had found his old Canon and given it to me, he then rooted through some of his old stuff and found his old AX3, and it's in absolutely pristine condition. So that's another one of my absolute favorites. And then we have the big dog, the super tank. This is the Nikon F4. This is a pretty recent pickup for me, and I actually paid for this one, so it's not as cool as the gifts, but it's a really beautiful camera, and with some lenses on it, you actually get autofocus, which is pretty unique. For film cameras, that is. This is the Yashica Easy Zoom 105, and this one has unfortunately died on me. I don't know what happened to it, but I can't get the film advance to work anymore. And so she's just a pretty looker now. That's all she is. Now we have this Olympus. This is a little 35mm lensed camera, really fun. I like the way it opens. And this is the Aquaboy 3000, probably one of the best cameras that I have ever owned. A fully waterproof film camera. Still even got some salt on it from last time I was out in the ocean. Probably need to wash it. But man, I absolutely love this thing. So let's take a look at some of the images that I've shot on these cameras. I'll just show you, maybe 3 or 4 of my favorite images that have been caught on each camera. Unfortunately, I was only able to shoot with this little Yashica for, I think I probably put 5 rolls through it. Did some black and white, did some color, and I wish this camera was still working because honestly, it's so much fun to shoot with, being able to have it zooms all the way out to 105mm. It's super fun. You can go into 38mm and all the way out to 105. So I had a really fun time shooting with this, just putting it in everywhere and getting a whole bunch of shots. Really sad that this one broke, but happy that I had it for the time I did. I was able to pick this one up at a pawn shop for about $20 and then survived 5 rolls, but I'm pretty hard on my cameras a lot of the time, even when they're film cameras. Sometimes they get bumped around, they get dropped. I take them climbing, I take them skiing, I take them all over the place that they're probably not supposed to go. But I really loved this one for the time I had it. And so let me know what you think about these images that I shot with the Yashica, the Easy Zoom 1000. That's not really its name, it's the Easy Zoom 105, but it sounds better, 1000. Next up on the list, we have the Olympus. I don't actually know what the name of this camera is. Maybe it's the Olympus AF. I'm not totally sure. But it has a 35mm lens on it. Pretty standard point and shoot. I covered up some kind of cracks and gaps that were happening in the film window here with duct tape because this one is a camera that a buddy of mine found in his basement or something, and he was like, hey, you want it? So he gave it to me. And honestly, some of the images that have come out of this thing are really freaking great. I love the lens on it. I don't shoot with this nearly enough, and I need to remember to always keep some film in it and just keep it in my back pocket all the time. That'd be great. Next up, the man, the myth, the legend. This is the Canon A1 Short Shot. Anyways, we call this the Aquaboy 3000 because it is just the best water camera that I have ever had. It has a really, really sharp lens on it. Takes amazing photos, can go anywhere, is totally waterproof. There's another version of this that has a red grip. It's called the WP one, and that one sucks, let's be honest. I know a couple photographers that have it, and it's like, the problem with it is that it's not truly waterproof. It is waterproof, but it's like waterproof to like 2 or 3 feet under the water. Whereas this one, like, I've taken this thing out surfing and shot with it and had it been battered by the waves. There's a little problem right here where I can see my hinge is starting to actually crack. And so I've filled it with epoxy a couple times and the epoxy's been slipping out. So I'm not totally sure how I need to fix that. Maybe sand it down a little bit and fill it with JB Weld or something. If anybody has any ideas on a good solution to fixing that crack, I would love to hear them. Yeah, this is the Aquaboy 3000 Canon A1 Sure Shot. It is absolutely, this might be my favorite one apart from my dad's Canon. Speaking of my dad's Canon, this is my most important possession that I own as a human being. This is the Canon AE1 program. This was my dad's original camera that he had when he was in college, I believe. And we found it a while back sitting in his closet under a box of things that we never thought we would need again, and pulled it out. It was dusty, it was gross, it was grimy, the light seals had been ruined, the shutter was sticky, but now it works like an absolute dream. I mean, just listen to it. Oh, pristine. I really, really love this camera. This is my number one thing. Hopefully I give this to my kids eventually. That's how well I want to take care of it. The battery door did actually break a little bit a few days ago, and so I've got a new one of those that I've ordered, and it's on its way. I'll have to swap that out. It's definitely been to the repair shop a number of times, and I've had to really take care of it to make sure that it's still living, but man, do I love this thing. More on the list of things that were given to me that I absolutely love. This is the Fujica AX3, and in terms of film cameras that just have pristine... What's going on here? Why are you not... Oh, you gotta turn it on. This is probably the best condition film camera that I've ever had. It's in such good shape. The shutter is perfect. It's got some really awesome lenses to it. And this one was also another gift. This one was a gift from my dad's college roommate. He gave it to me, and he kept it in its leather box for its entire life, rarely shot it, and so it is just about as mint condition of a camera as you can ever get. I've done a bunch of surf photography with this one as well, and man, I am always so impressed with the images that come out of it. The main problem I have with it is I constantly forget to turn it off. I'll turn it on, shoot with it, and then put it away, and always forget to turn it off. So I've burned through a number of batteries on this that were probably unnecessary to burn through. But if you're looking for a cheap 35mm camera that just performs, you can pick these up for like $30 on eBay. They're super cheap, super well built, and just last forever. And considering beasts that just last forever, this is my Nikon F4. This is one of my most recent purchases. And it was a really spur of the moment where I found a guy that was selling it and was just like, yeah, if you want to come grab it, come pick it up. And probably one of the best decisions I've made. It's really I mean, wow. And you know, what's fun is you can actually, this thing shoots in high frame rates. So like, yeah, fun. And it has autofocus. It's absolutely a beast to hold. It's super heavy. The thing almost weighs like 2 pounds, I swear. Gonna get some big meat swings by just by carrying it around. Really well built. It is having a little bit of a problem here where the grip is kind of coming off, so I've got to, you know, put some glue in there. I'm actually kind of considering maybe taking this whole grip off, this whole plasticky covery rubber bit, and putting like a cork grip handle on it. I think that'd be really fun. I've got a friend that might be able to help me with that. But man, this is another camera that I really hope that I get to shoot with for a very, very long time, because wow, I absolutely love it. And the images that come out of this thing they're spectacular. This is the Ashika Electro GT. Just barely picked this one up, and I have no idea if it's working. It's definitely kind of glitchy on its light meter. I'm not totally sure if that's functioning properly. I can see the aperture blades opening when I do take a shot, and it runs on a leaf shutter system. And so it's really, really super quiet when you shoot it. I mean, you barely even know that it's ever getting shot. Like, listen. So quiet, so quiet. But I really do hope that it's working. I should be getting those images back for it that I shot its first roll. And I decided to shoot a roll of expired film on it, so I'm not totally sure if that was a smart idea, but we're really hoping that this thing works. Very excited. I like its little icon here and the little bits of gold. I want to get a gold shutter release button on it. I think that'd look really, really classy. Last up is this guy, and this is another rangefinder. This is the original Canonet, and I like that it's got ghost mode on the film crank. It's really nice. You can just bam, fire it away. It's just, I like it. It gives it such a clean look. It's got a 45mm f1.9 on it. And this one, I know it has a selenium light meter, and so there's no batteries that go in this camera. It's all a chemical reaction here that then gives you an indicator inside of your rangefinder to show you what aperture you need to pick. But I know that's not working, and so I actually have an external light meter that mounts straight to the hot shoe from Reflex Labs that is on its way to me right now, and so I'll just be using that. And once I get that in, I'll actually take this out and do some photography with it, see if I can't get some really dope images. I'm considering taking this whole black wrapping off. I mean, it is actually in really good condition, so maybe I won't, but I kind of want to customize this one for some reason. Maybe I'll give it to my friend and let her paint it. It's probably heresy to all of you people out there that love film cameras, but I don't know. It was a gift, so, and we also don't know if it works. We're pretty sure it works. I see the aperture blades opening. This one's another one that has the leaf shutter aperture blades. So yeah, those are my film cameras. That's my collection, and that's what I've used to take all of my film images over the past year or so. Well, 3 years, I guess. Anyways, I guess if you like these, like and subscribe for more. I don't know. Do what you want.